Jacob on the replacement caps. Actually, like because they're quite shitty, you can like remove that.
You got the blue one. Well, check it out. Check it out. Okay. Here's the deal.
Wait, I
Yes.
lost
Don't
I
get
lost the
filthy.
because of the replacing. I lost the
Yeah.
hearing
The little Bluetooth.
capabilities.
Is it good now? Good now?
Uh,
We good?
yeah, it's back now.
Okay. I suppose we're headphone brothers now. And by the way, I strongly endorse these. Hi everybody. The Apple AirPods Max are sadly worth the price.
Yeah, they're really great. There's few things that annoys me about them though. Um, when I call people, the automatically connects not to my mic but to this one, and when you speak to people having them, you sound like you're underwater. So the mic would require some work. They're not perfect. Many people who I call with having headphones, like on the FaceTime or something like this, they not very happy. So that's the downside of the Apple headphones. But the sound quality, the comfort here, I often like, like
Mm-hmm.
just really really comfortable headphones. I can wear them whole day. So
Man, I'm gonna have to fix my camera thing. I've got a nice webcam. Okay? It's 1080p, nice web. But dude, your video is much better.
I use like the expensive cameras like DSLR,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm aware.
Canon
I'm aware.
full
And
frame.
honestly, it works. What did you in total for the video recording part? What are you spending?
I mean, I bought camera myself few years back, but not for the purpose of video streaming, right? So,
Mm.
camera 2.5K US with the yeah.
Oh, I see. I got a
2.5.
$129
I
webcam.
I paid more than that, more than that because I paid over 20K Hong Kong dollars. So you have to divide it by 8. So just below 3K I paid for camera
Mm.
and the lens, right?
Okay.
And once I start streaming, I didn't plan to. At first, I was streaming with the regular one. Then I got myself also the mic. It's not. It's
Gotta
like,
have the
how
mic.
much is the mic? 200, and it's like really solid quality. It's still USB mic, so it's the Shure company. They're known for the superior mic. The other
It's true.
one, I forgot the
Peng
one.
Zhang, the Tenement CEO, sure guy. Oh yeah,
Yeah, like the Shure.
yeah.
The
And
mic projection.
he's the first person I knew to do what you did with the camera. And when he did that, so we had these like weekly stand up calls at Tenement.
Yeah.
And one day he's like I'm trying something new. And I mean, the video was just gorgeous. It was really, really cool. And then he documented it for the other people in the company. It was neat.
And he has really like amazing lighting. I saw. So I don't really fuck with lighting. Like I use.
He is, I think, traditionally a web designer and really good at visuals generally.
Yes, but he has like nice lights, so I use the lamp. And sometimes, if I want it better, right, we can do it. I can cover my windows, and then it's like also like a little bit better for the visual, like the
Yeah.
lighting slightly better, right? So yeah, we have
Well, we're
James
not going to
Wong,
bring back
who's
slavery. That would not be cool.
yeah, it's the same account coming and like commenting over and
Yeah.
over the same, so it's like some troll.
Did that
um
happen? I mean, I'm a tiny bit African. It's actually true, but I mean, I could, but I don't think anyone would really know me there.
so I
Anyway,
I'm
let him do his thing.
yeah, I
Because,
blocked him. Should I unblock? I
well, possibly.
I mean, it's just annoying because he will
It's
be
just
typing.
since I began to discuss matters relating to ICF delegations, all kinds of crazy things have
Wait a
been
second.
happening.
The reason why I'm blocking is like I want some light for my plants.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not really good for your video. Go ahead, block him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't advance the conversation. But of course, what I should say is that all kinds of things like that James Wong there have been happening to me, my DMs. Like, all the time.
Yeah.
Since broaching that topic, and I find that interesting. But by the way, let's talk about banning selling, right? Like, let's ban selling. So get into that, Richie. What might have
No, like
inspired that comment?
I
No,
have
no, no.
few
I know it's playful. I know it's playful, man. Do it. Come
there
on.
is few subjects I want to
Yeah.
talk with you. Like also I would like to touch some maybe issue of being security, but there was this subject you were I was actually away, so I wasn't following. So let me understand what's the situation. The ICF, which is the Interchain
Interchain
Foundation,
Foundation.
they
Have you
they
seen the
they
Reddit
hold.
post?
I have not. Like I'm actually like
Yeah.
sometimes away. I just look at the Twitter. So
Mm.
let me try to understand. So they did the delegations to the certain validators, and this certain with that delegations, of course, they were able to end up with the good amount of tokens, which they were selling 100% of the rewards. So they benefited quite a lot in the bear market.
Right, but okay, but
Someone
see, the thing is, that's not actually.
And I will continue. Then you
Mhm.
started all the drama with ICF. Some people call you crazy as always, but we know you are. So that's actually nothing.
No, yeah,
Nothing really. New.
exactly.
So someone new is spamming. So there was also this Rama, the other guy. I don't like the guy because he's actually quite
Oh, I'm
opposite
sorry.
on the certain
Hey,
issues
I
with
quite
me,
like him actually.
and he was
What issues do you guys differ on? Just out of curiosity,
sorry.
what issues do you guys differ on?
I don't understand.
You and Rama.
Oh no, like the whole the whale drama, like so he was quite heavily pushing for like burn of the tokens and stuff. Like I remember people from the chat, so and he's like quite pushing the raccoons a lot, which I don't think is like really worth any attention that much.
Probably. I was a
I
raccoon
mean,
for a while.
they're pushing strong for a few months, but I don't see all the issues with why would we incentivize raccoon. It's pointless to incentivize pool with empty DAO token
I
anyway.
mean, I believe that the lobbying of Juno Swap, went likely way too far. And it's all right. Hey, did you notice what started happening immediately?
You mean the new person appeared?
I mean, all the people.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't.
No,
By
no,
the
no, but
way,
wait, no, Scott.
San.
It is
Do you
okay.
know it? San
You got
Pellegrino.
yours. I got mine. Let's roll.
Kinoto, the greatest soft drink in the entire planet Earth. Italians do everything great. Shout out to
Right?
some Juno members, Italian Juno members. Like there is no better soft drink than Kinoto.
Really?
I'm pronouncing it right. It's Kinoto. Many
Well,
people
I don't know, but
Kinoto, or
well,
you
hang on.
need to
Let me see
try
it.
it.
I mean, I think it's actually Kinoto.
Kinoto, yeah,
But yeah, you know.
Kinoto.
All right. So how about I let you kind of guide? I put the link to the Reddit post in the chat, and if you'd like to walk through it, I don't know, you could even put it up on the screen, and I'm happy
Yeah,
to.
were you in private chat
Um,
or anywhere like
no, no,
or
no,
you
on the
can send.
YouTube chat. You should actually see it in the comments.
But where did
Wait,
you
wait.
share the link?
Hang on.
The link
I think
wasn't shared.
I can slap it over to you here, can't I? Here, there. Okay, there you go.
I feel that the whole the drama with this is so much less. That's what's happening with the drama in crypto to these days
Well,
and
here, you just
NFTs.
check it
But
out.
will
No,
mm,
this isn't drama, Marcin. I mean, I realize other things I may have approached could be drama. This isn't.
mm-hmm.
Ask questions as you go, maybe.
let me go quickly through this. Yeah, I like Ethan Bookman, but you know what I don't like. Sorry, like I want this to be
Mhm.
like quite easy. Um, you know what I realized there is, and this is why I am the way I am, because
Mhm.
at first you enter crypto and you often think that the people who build crypto are prodigies, and you
Oh
go
well,
deep
because
in that,
that's
and
a it's a persona.
yeah,
Um,
I and then you actually get deeper and deeper, and
oh, big
you
surprise!
realize often
The
that,
engineers are regular people, but
yeah.
tend toward autism. Yeah, that's true.
And
Uh,
like I really like Ethan Bookman, is very clever guy, and then like he
oh
was
yeah, Bucky, he is.
yeah,
I mean,
like extremely.
I've
But
met him
then
in
yeah,
Toronto.
um
I'm not
but
saying he's
he
not
also
clever.
has his own, like everyone has its own biases and the beliefs about the world, that they are unable to look at the other side. I remember the Bankless, some guest of Bankless, the YouTube channel, they were like tweeting the favorite book of the guy, and there was a lot of like Milton Friedman stuff, and Ethan
Mm-hmm,
Bookman got
mm-hmm.
like very angry about this and like
Oh
roasted
yeah,
this code.
he's
But it's
it's
just
really tough. Other than the word localism,
mhm.
for me to describe the way he thinks about economics. I like, and you know, I'm not saying that he's a bad dude. I don't believe that. But you see, well, if you were to, yeah, I suppose just keep kind of scrolling through this, and unfortunately, it is a lot of information to digest. Maybe one kind of key point that I'll toss to you. Okay, so the ICF delegates generally do not participate in governance overall, and like many of them sell every single atom earned. And okay, this is not work I'm doing for profit. It's actually the most heavily disincentivized work that I've ever done. What I mean is that, like, uh, there's, it takes time away from coding. I was the only, like, external. When I say external, I mean I don't work for Interchain Gamba. Uh, Contributor to the Cosmos Hub, and the Cosmos Hub team lead, whose name I'm not even going to bother to use, because of the degree of retaliation and the continued accusations that I am harassing him. He he threatened me with a code of conduct violation during
Who
the
accused
Cosmos
you
Hub.
for harassing him?
He did during
Who
Proposal
who
69. Nope. Cosmos
who
Hub team
made
lead.
proposal 69 though? Like
Cosmos Hub team lead.
uh
I'm so sorry. Cosmos Hub team lead.
yeah, but by the way, who is Jehan? I
He's
forgot.
an informal systems employee,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he lied to a journalist.
No, I must like him. He has bad kid in the profile picture, so I do like all bad kids. So, but
Well,
there is the argument like ICF is free to delegate to whoever they want, and if people want to
they
sell,
are. They are though. They are. Hang on. They are. But at the same time, if those delegations do not advance the ICF's own stated strategy, which is interchain security, then any validator can and should be speaking out about it. Now, check it out, man. Interchain security has a hard dependency on governance. Okay, if validators do not participate in governance after interchain security is added to the Cosmos hub, no one will have a signal that they will run the additional chains. What you need to know, sir, is that once ICS, that's interchain security, something that I'm very enthusiastic about. Once that comes in, two changes happen that make these delegation patterns completely untenable. Okay, one, activating a new chain requires a governance vote, and validators should signal because validators have to actually run an additional blockchain. Okay, and two, the Cosmos hub has to compete to attract consumer chains. Here's the Cosmos hub. Okay, it is the producer chain. It is there's billions of dollars of stake there, right? And that stake is put at risk of slashing. You understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the consumer chains, they have their own native tokens. Okay. The validators on the hub, they will get paid in the native token of the consumer chain. But some of the validators that the ICF is delegating to, one, do not participate in governance, and two, they have much higher than market rate commissions. 20% is that's an example, that's real, okay? And then they sell everything. Now,
Oh, wait.
remember,
I didn't know. I didn't 20%
I know you
commission.
didn't know. I know you didn't know.
So
That's why you were calling it drama.
I was speaking to some people and I understand that I did delegate to few validators who have higher commission than
Well, and that's fine,
5%.
right? That's totally fine.
But I was speaking to someone. I don't know if this person but it's very hard to validate higher commission than 5% and validator, and if it's really difficult. Like, I know you had close to 10,
Yeah,
9.6, which I consider this.
9.69 for a long time, which is basically because I like the number 68, right? Like I was just being my usual freaky self, right?
But 20%, I was never delegating, and the issue, like,
well,
person
it
like
would be impossible under market conditions. So you see, Jihan has made those. Well, he describes the validators as fucking validators. Well, okay. So now we have two categories of validators.
Well, I would advise, don't get hang on this. Like, I think the people just get emotional, That's
that's their fault.
I understand.
Yeah. Well, okay. How about this? If we're counting validators who don't do gov and have sold everything for over a year, how much sell pressure is that? Well, it's 450,000 atoms at
Not that much,
ATH. And
though.
by the way,
not that much. Few $1 million.
2% of supply. It's $20 million at ATH.
You said for ATH.
400, yeah. At
Jacob,
ATH,
we just had $6. Small chain.
No,
irrelevant chain we are. Cosmos have small.
They time it. They're strategic. They know. Okay.
They don't know ATH. No one can predict ATH. Oh, just ignore the comments. They're not about the chat. They're just about us being gay.
I get a lot of stuff like that in my DMs lately. A lot. But you see, now I want you to open the Notion document.
The document that you posted.
Well, there's the Reddit, okay? There's the Reddit link. Right now I want you to open that.
This?
Yep.
Madon. Wait a second. I will close it.
That's weird though. It should be public. That should be publicly pooped.
Well, now you know it's not public.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
You do not have access to. There is no access to it.
Yeah. Okay, just 1
So
second, please. Okay.
yeah, that's all right.
That's a problem.
But I want to say, like, 400,000 tokens is like roughly few million. Is not big deal. And
Well,
I
no.
understand.
Well, that's
I
what
want
it
to
is
say
currently. And if they don't participate in governance, then they block the adoption of interchain security. And like that's just, that's how it is, man.
I think there is quite big like self-importance of Cosmos, and Cosmos is small. Hub is still in the infancy, not very important, not very influential in the wider crypto market. If the Cosmos would get wiped out, the crypto market would not even notice. Sorry.
Hey, Litter. No.
Yeah,
honestly, right now. Okay, but right now it's just like interchain security is supposed to be the future of the Cosmos Hub, and the Interchain Foundation, which is supposed to be the steward of the Cosmos Hub, they're supposed to like help to build it and stuff. They are delegating to validators who very provably, in my opinion, you might want to see if you can open that link, Marcina. I just sent it over to you directly.
Yeah, opening.
Who, these validators that they delegate to, they very provably would block the implementation of interchain security. And so on one hand, the Interchain Foundation saying, well, ICS is the future of the hub. And then on the other hand, we have the Interchain Foundation making delegations to validators that do not participate in governance and sell everything.
Because I would like to approach it from the skeptic perspective, right? That's why I'm asking, right? You say, like, so I want to you say if a funding organization, I'm checking the report and we can go through it. Charge zero commission, do not participate in governance, do not contribute software, sell atoms instead of restaking them, harming economic security. But look, in the traditional finance, you have the stock options, and often employees receive a lot of stock options, and they dump them on the market, which depresses. What is that difference?
Sure, but I'm not criticizing the validators. This isn't really the validator's fault. It's, I reported this, and then, the Cosmos Hub team lead, who shall not be named, said I violated code of conduct. And if we look at this stuff, I wouldn't look at I would just scroll down because I prepared all the summary data. So it shows the two wallets in Genesis. And this kind of gives a history.
More?
Okay, right here. I mean, this is really critical. Looks like it's not fully complete. Okay, PE4X72 is probably the very, very best example. If you want,
who is that? Is that a validator?
I don't know. It's a validator, yes. It's a validator that the ICF is delegating to. It's a validator that does not participate in governance. It's like, dude,
what's the commission of this one?
20%. Go down.
Where is it?
Just scroll down. 60-ish, 59 maybe.
Seems no one else is there really. Oh, not even thumbnail, nothing. Why is this empty, blank?
Right, there's nothing. But they have an ICF delegation.
Maybe it's ICF themselves.
Well, Marcin, I have not said that, but of course, they seem to open this possibility, don't they? When they delegate to validators that, don't participate in governance, don't talk about the chain, have no connection to the community whatsoever, and dump every single coin earned.
Chain flow didn't sell. I know chain flow is quite somewhere on the top, right? No. Yeah, chain flow didn't sell. Where is the chain flow? Anyway, let's go back. Stake with us, Figment,
Everything.
uh,
Sold everything.
Cosmos. So you
What's
have
that?
like
If you click the validator link, okay.
I think it might, not sure if my means yeah, it works.
I mean, these go to the wallets, and what you can see is that, like, overwhelmingly, the Interchain Foundation makes delegations to validators that have vastly above market commissions. Okay, like, for example, you're a validator. You could never charge these sorts of commissions. You would not be able to accrue stake on the market.
Yeah.
But these are special validators. And the validators are so special that when I say, hey, it looks like there are special validators, they will attack me. That's how special they are.
So the point is, these are like the random validators who are probably at the start of the Cosmos Hub, and they benefited from the early delegations and high fees massively. Like they profited. I wish I would be in their place.
Well,
Because
hang on. It's ongoing, dude.
so they still receive the same delegations.
Correct.
They still
Yeah.
continue receiving delegations, and there is what you say. There is no support whatsoever for the likes of
yourself, even.
It would be too hard to get on Cosmos Hub, but let's say Stake Frights.
Yeah.
Who is theirs? I don't know who's Patmos. Better bring the Patmos because I'm not gonna promote Patmos then. Cosmos Spaces. Crypto Crew.
Correct.
Polkachu. I really like Polkachu. 1% fees on nearly all chains.
I really like Polkachu too.
I did recommend,
1%,
sorry, Polkachu started with 0% commission, and I said, Polkachu, do 1% because if you have 0%, people will not delegate because they don't give the airdrops on the 0%.
Yep.
And they changed to 1%. But Polkachu, really top tier validator. Chill validation. So you say all of these smaller companies, entities, they never get any support, right?
Correct. Joe Abbey.
Golden ratio. Joe.
Right. Yeah.
Friends, even big one, but they wouldn't. Whisper Node. Lavender 5. Who is Vidval? I like him, but I don't know who it is. Vote the same way as me. So
that they're a group based. Yeah, they're Vitwit. Yeah. So, an India-based software development team, and have totally done a bunch of really cool stuff. I think they're active SDK contributors.
Who is this? I was curious on many.
Well, I don't know, but
I was always curious, and I can't. And here is the Sentinel. Look at this. They changed the commission to 15% from 20%. Too much competition. I think. Look, I understand the point. Like, this is actually shitty move, and I don't know why they continue this. Because the validators, they don't have to like you. They don't have to delegate to you. But there is quite vibrant community. People engage. Polkachu with 1% commission, extremely engaged. I don't know how they manage to vote on like all the chains. I think they barely miss anything.
They're amazing. Look, they're really, really good.
How many people they have? They don't miss the votes. Like, they follow what's happening on Juno, and then they also follow what's happening on Kusama, which is completely different ecosystem, right?
Yep.
Like this
Now,
quite cool to
Martine, I
see.
just have a quick question. This stuff going on in the comments, that ever happened before on one of your videos? Certainly hasn't happened before on one of the ones that we've done.
Yeah, wait. Huh?
That's
Sorry?
unprecedented. Well, all this stuff in the comments here,
Oh, right. Yeah,
that's never happened
wait.
before,
So
right?
I wasn't seen. Agree, he's dumb and arrogant, bad combination. Like I never mean he's such an
Right, but Martine,
anti-charming
you know, we've
person.
done many videos together. That never
Yeah.
happened before, right? Never, right?
Seize the day. Like I have to block you because you just messing the questions, and
Well,
I
no,
you.
don't block him because this is what happens.
But he
People should
used
see
the
it.
racial slurs, and I think
Very bad racial slur, very bad.
like this is the
And you know, I'm
example.
not using racial slurs.
But I had some racist before, unrelated to ICF, so I can't confirm
Hmm.
if this is the
Well,
person
all
that
right, you
hate
just
me.
try and block him. I
Yeah,
mean, well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing, Andre Weiss. Indeed, you know,
yeah. So
the case for not blocking is, of course, that all of this stuff has been occurring constantly since I broached this topic. And guys, I
Andrew,
want to. The Interchain Foundation has consistently asked me to discuss these matters only in private, but I've been doing that for 6 months. Okay.
I
And
blocked him. I because
okay,
of the
that's
racial.
fine. That's
I
fine.
don't
I
I
don't
don't
mind.
really
Yeah,
I don't.
it's dude. Like I don't want to hate on anybody because they're black or like
I mean, it's
hell
okay.
purple, right? If you were
It's
blue, I wouldn't hate you.
they can call me names, but I'm not responsible for the other people how they would feel in the chat. So, but seize the day is quite weak, Like I mean, because I am here showing my face. Jacob is here
Okay,
showing my
hang on.
face.
Let's roll through a couple of questions. Adam, you're kind of right. I'm concerned about this, Adam, but like maybe not that concerned. Because you're talking about the halt height, right? The 33% or the halt, vote power distribution. 33. If it's 7 to hit 33%, it's actually not that bad. Now I'm not saying that it's not a problem, okay? But I guess what I'm saying is that the Interchain Foundation, and this kind of gets into Skazer's point, okay? The Interchain Foundation should be working toward interchain security because they say that they're working toward interchain security. But if they're making delegations to validators who, let's say, especially don't participate in governance, then they cannot possibly be working toward interchain security. If you were to open up the interchain security repository, you could see that long ago I tried to refactor it. Yeah, there was just exploratory work. PR eventually got closed because I didn't update it, and that's totally fine. But like I was trying to understand ICS, and I was trying to make it easier to run. Oh, well, I'll tell you what's wrong with the comments, bro. Talk about the ICF. That happens.
It's
Anyway,
important to disclose. We don't know if the comments are done by any other party
well,
that
I
is
mean,
associated with them, or
there's been a lot of weird stuff coming at me. And
I
then we
know,
got to
Jacob,
also
but like
understand.
I tell you what's
Okay,
the
but let
difference.
me just also
Be,
say
I
that.
tell you what's the difference here, because you would often like remember the in the past you often jump to conclusions, and it comes out later that the accusations were unbased. That's why I say, like, whatever is the chat, we don't know who it is.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, you're right. We don't
People,
know who it is.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
no,
people
trust me,
can
trust me.
come.
We don't know who it is. We
People
definitely
can
don't know
come
who
to
it
their
is.
own conclusions, right?
They can. They
Yes.
should. Yep. All right. So, the issue with the ICF is that they say that they want to move toward interchain security, but they're making delegations to validators that like would not support interchain security. Oh, well, dude, I just want to say that Marcin is the best interviewer I know. Marcin somehow manages my crazy ass and gets my thoughts out in a structured fashion. And I really appreciate that. Okay, Adam. NGM, we're talking about e-money. Adam, they're masters, okay? That is, in my opinion, the best blockchain in Cosmos. I'm not talking about like product, although the product is really good, okay? I'm talking about structure, okay? They have like kind of sort of an algorithm for choosing who they delegate to as a team. Let's not even, I don't want to even get into the bear scenario on it. Or maybe I should just say it, but then say that like I don't necessarily think that's what's happening. The bear scenario is like literal fraud, right? Because if you have a lot of XYZ Cosmos asset, then you delegate it to validators who are like your homies, right? Well, they can of course send you money back in return for the delegation. What I actually think is happening is more like a, shall we say, dereliction of duty, right? Well, dude, I mean, I would love that, and I've invited the ICF to speak on this in public many times, but they refuse, and then ICF-funded individuals make personal attacks against me. I am really trying to err on the side of optimism here. I have expressed the bear scenario, okay? Now let me express the bull scenario. The bull scenario is like, well, they're not really doing their job and watching who they delegate to. I have received, verbal assurances on a number of occasions that that they, are adjusting their delegations. Maybe I finally believe them, but please know that I've been reporting this for literally 6 months. And I've, look, guys, like a code of conduct violation against an open source software developer, that means that you will be removed from being able to contribute to the repositories where you make a living. Okay. Guys, I do this to feed my family. Okay. And, well, after he said I was right, he referred to the fucking validators. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, when you check the block explorer, I'm obviously correct. I don't know why he has a personal problem with me, and I'm a fucking validator, but, that is definitely what's going on. In fact, I just want to say, if you look at the Reddit post, right, Adi is like, well, you got to talk to us in private. So I did, and I agreed to do that. About an hour after that private conversation ended, Jihan came out with fucking validators. So guys, I'm a fucking bastard piece of shit validator, okay? Check this out. You have validators, okay, and they're compliant, okay? And I'm a fucking bastard piece of shit validator. And, if I see a problem, I will tell the community about that. I strongly recommend that you choose other fucking bastard piece of shit validators as your validator on the hub. In fact, I recommend at all times that you choose fucking bastard piece of shit validators.
Jacob.
Because, LJ, he's fucking all of the validators except for the special ones. Okay. There are
As
special validators to whom the rules of the market do not apply. For me, I have to think about my positioning, my branding, my delegations and what I do for the community, what I do to earn the commissions that Notional charges. Um, the validators who have ICF delegations do not need to, and that's super provable. Well, so I don't know why this is resulting in, Brett's code of conduct violations, or why informal systems employees can refer to validators who are elected as fucking validators and continue just, writing code in Cosmos. When they check the PDF in the Reddit post, I was threatened with a code of conduct violation for tweeting too much during Prop 69. Really? There's a screenshot and everything in the PDF. Yes, you would think so. You would think that they would want.
Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go on.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, you would think that they would want to delegate to validators who are working on interchain security, or even, okay, because Skazer, what you need to know is that for interchain security to work at all, validators must participate in governance. There's not a choice. If they do not, then the consumer chain won't actually know if the hub validator set is fully committed to validating that additional chain. That's how interchain security works, right? Like, so the atoms slashable economic security is spread out to additional chains. And guys, ICS is cool as hell technology, and I actually do think that it'll work. Furthermore, I think that it allows the Cosmos Hub to scale endlessly. Look, let me give you another bull case, okay? We make ICS work and properly. $100 atom? Are you kidding me? That's probably $900 atom, because you'd be able to do anything
Not financial
on the hub.
advice. Not a financial advice.
Please, yes, definitely not financial advice. Thank you so much, Marcin.
Problem.
Skazer. Validators vote in governance. The way that it works in Cosmos, I see you've got like an ETH logo, right? So I'll try to give you a quick rundown on how we do governance in Cosmos. I'm a validator on 27 chains. Hi, I'm Jacob. And I'm with Notional. You'll see our like red cat logo on lots and lots of Cosmos chains. I love doing it. I write code for Cosmos, including the Cosmos SDK. And actually, Skazer, another thing I got to tell you, I actually think that Cosmos may have like the most well-developed scalability story. Okay. Now, how does it work that validators need to vote? Well, let's say the audience here, right, is delegators. They delegate to me, and I represent them in the votes. Their votes can override mine. Mine can't override theirs. And in this way, I feel like we've actually solved a pretty serious representative democracy issue. That makes sense to you? Like, how'd I do in explaining that to you? And did you know that?
That to Sakazer, right?
Yeah. I'm just curious.
Jacob, I have question
Mhm.
because you said interchain security is like really cool, and
Oh yeah.
my partner at TED Crypto, he said that actually interchain security will lead to further centralization, because it actually so many chains will start relying on this like 150 valid 175 validators of the Cosmos Hub. I understand these
Mhm.
validators also would be rewarded in the other chain tokens. Is it correct?
Okay.
So if that,
Your partner is right and wrong simultaneously, and I'll walk you through both pieces
Mhm.
of it. Okay. So he's right that more applications and more features would most likely come to the Cosmos Hub, and that's because, like, hi, I'm a blockchain entrepreneur and I want to build a widget, right? Well, I can either make my own validator set. I can assure everybody in the audience it's a pain in the ass. I've done it. Um, or I can leverage the accumulated economic security of the Cosmos Hub. And that is interchain security. So basically, when you make your own validator set, you have to coordinate with, let's say, somewhere between 25 to 150 teams and get them signing blocks on your chain. Now, the incumbents, which probably include myself, have gotten pretty good at doing that. So, like, we can, at Notional, we can join a new chain in about a day. I have to, actually, Martine, one of the things I really want to do is get Long on your channel sometime, because Long is actually responsible for a lot of Notional's like validation and block signing. And reality is, like, hi, I'm just one guy, right? And I can't properly serve 27 blockchain communities. I have Long, I have Ricardo. Like, Notional is 15 people now. I'm sorry, Notional, like, 15 engineers and another 4 or 5 support staff. Like, we've gotten relatively large. People in the audience may wonder, hey, Jacob, is that like what do you do? Well, I told somebody the other day. We do validation. We do infrastructure provision. So, like, for the ETH heads in the audience, we run stuff like Infura, but Cosmos doesn't have an Infura. Okay, we have many independent providers who provide RPC endpoints, and that's one of us. We do relaying. Relaying is what moves data between chains in Cosmos. I'm actually very, very curious how Ethereum is handling a lot of this stuff, and if any ETH head is watching this video and wants to talk about that stuff, especially if you're technical, I want to talk to you. And the fourth thing that we do, which is probably our biggest growth area, is software development. We write Cosmos chains. We work on already deployed Cosmos chains. So to give you some idea there, we work with Osmosis. We work with SIFChain. We work with Evmos. And frankly, though, myself personally, I'm guessing, I believe it's somewhere between a dozen and 20 Cosmos chains that I've contributed code to. I have never had a problem contributing code in Cosmos. And our contributor culture is amazing. Like, I'd have to guess every bit as good as ETH. And I guess it's just that one dude, and I'm sort of speaking a lot of ETH stuff, but I'm in your guys's ETH R&D Discord, which is excellent. So if you can imagine that kind of like mutually supportive, highly technical community that's really focused on achieving objectives, well, that is the vast majority of Cosmos Validator Discords. And they're private because the validators do discuss, security sensitive issues. But like, they're really high quality. But not the Cosmos Hub. The Cosmos Hub, like, guys, they stopped reviewing my code. And they did that, in my opinion, completely for political reasons. I want everybody to strongly keep in mind that also the Interchain Foundation is not a monolithic thing. I work on the Cosmos SDK. I love working on the Cosmos SDK. The Cosmos SDK is led by Marco, and that's quite a different person from, say, like the Cosmos Hub team lead. All right, so check it out. Adam, you are right. And I just really, really want to see the Cosmos Hub make those few basic changes to appeal to consumer chains to pull off interchain security. Because the reality is that, I believe that the Cosmos Hub has a unique approach and a unique opportunity to be a chain that only provides economic security to other chains. Well, next, the Frenchie, you maybe should potentially be pissed off, especially if you hold Atoms. I feel like we're leaking value next, the Frenchie. Both to these validators, but then also, like, once again, I will remind you guys, it was the only external code contributor.
Jacob, can I ask you about the shared security again? Because if you will have votes on many different chains, how they are done then in case of interchain security? If you have some proposals on the certain chain, or it simply doesn't exist then?
Good question. I think for some of that, the proposals will actually be on the hub. All right, check it out. One.
So the hub will get spammed with proposals.
A lot of opportunities. You can't catch every opportunity. What's up, Marcin? Sorry.
So let's say we will have soon, let's say 100 chains that use shared security. The hub proposals will get spammed, isn't it? Quite likely. If they appear on the hub.
Yeah, but that would require 100 governance proposals on the content side.
But every chain, if you have 100 chains,
every activation of a new chain in ICS, I've read the code. Every activation of a new chain requires a governance proposal on the hub. So if the hub wants to secure 100 chains, that means 100 governance proposals are going to happen.
Yeah. Okay, Jacob. So how is it actually like manageable if this is the example? Like we will have, let's say, 1,000 chains, and these 1,000 chains use shared security. And each of these chains, let's say, do one proposal a week. This is like close to, let's say, this is roughly 150 proposals daily. How to vote on that?
I think that each consumer chain will also have its own governance, and I think
okay,
that there's
so
an
it will not be like really just spammed there. Yeah,
I think. Look. A lot of this stuff is unclear, but one thing that's not unclear is that creating a new chain that the hub will validate will require a governance proposal. So validators that.
Sorry for this. So then if they have separate proposals, but the validators who validate this network are actually hub validators, how they can keep up with 1,000 chains and vote on each of these chains?
I believe that there's an assumption that hub validators like myself will develop new operational solutions. I'll give you an example, right? We have a system, an automated system. It runs currently around 500 Cosmos nodes for the purpose of providing RPCs. So it provides RPCs, and then two, we do relaying against those RPCs. We can do it. Look, we can scale like big if need be. And no, Cosmos SIA is not yet appropriate for shared security, but we could totally do it. Well, Max, I just want to say that the majority of hub validators are really good. This is something that's not getting heard in this conversation. It's like, look, in Cosmos, I'd have to say between 80 and 90% of validators have their own excellence, right? Their own like area of specialization. Notional, that's my group. We're the Red Cat. Wong 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 wong. Our specialties are infrastructure provision and software development. But like, look, Don Kryptonium, he's a validator too. I think he's going to fall more into the camp of validators who are maybe not as technically specialized, but do promote the communities that they represent. And I think Don Kryptonium is going to do that really well.
Yeah, like all I can do is
there's
like
value there.
engage in the discussions and making sure that each proposal is looked through and voted on and opinion is given. Like that's all I can do, you know.
Yeah.
And I think voting in the direction of the chain is quite important. I don't think we need 70% of validators like me, but few is okay.
That's right. Well, because I
No-
mean, everybody
no
has their
harm.
own niche, right?
Yeah.
Like, and you have this awesome persona. You're having me on your show, like, audience.
I always want to have
delegate-
more people. Not everyone wants to come. That's
Really?
why.
Oh, that's too
Yeah.
bad. You do
Just
a great
maybe
job. You're
some
my
people are
favorite.
busy. So
I don't
thank
know,
you,
dude.
Jacob.
Look,
can we?
we have
I
all these
have
great conversations.
I'm
You gotta run.
trying.
Your battery's dying.
It's okay. I will switch to my laptop.
Oh, okay.
If we,
Yeah.
but
Do you
I
have a
wanted.
question?
Yeah, can we go through hub validators and you will say which one is this shit, which one is good? Many people
No.
often wonder about this. I know it's controversial.
Okay,
but-
wait, but there is a shit list. Okay, if you open up
Um,
that ICF delegation report,
Let's
that's
go
a
with
shit
the
list.
Kepler.
Sure.
Quick.
Well,
Steakfish is
but I
good.
don't know every single one. Okay.
Yeah,
So for example, SG, let's do like, look, Steakfish. I really like those guys. Okay.
Good.
Not shit. Finance staking, I would say probably shit, but they could not be shit. Check this out. Finance staking could transform their relationship with the hub if they just started to do governance like Huobi just did on Evmos. I'm really hopeful about Huobi because they made an Evmos governance proposal. Steakfish is good. Steakfish
Yeah,
is
yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
I'm really bad with responding emails to Steakfish. I already like we try to schedule like appointment maybe
do you
6
want like
times.
a Twitter DM intro? I mean, like I know Daniel Huang from their team. He's amazing. I know Dimi from their team. He's amazing.
They wanted to schedule the chat with more members of the team with me because I said I would like to work with them maybe, but then I missed the email and I missed the email and I fucked up and then I responded and they started and they didn't.
Don't do
I
email. Let me get you in a Twitter DM chat with them. They're great. Okay.
think
And they're very
no,
well
I don't want to
resourced.
bother them. Now I have my own validator on Nomi, you know. It's like, oh, it's okay.
You should hit them up. You really should.
Dokia
Even if it's only to
Capital.
talk, because you'll love them. Dokia. That's Aurel's validator. And I want to go like this because he's bald. Do you know who he is? Aurel. He click about us. Maybe it's got his photo. You'll see. He'll be wearing a nice suit. He'll be incredibly bald. Amazingly bald.
So is good guy? No, 15% fee. There is no. But what about this 15% fee?
Who cares? He's amazing. Okay, look, Dokia and Aurel have done about as much for Cosmos as anybody. I endorse without reservation. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen like that video of the sailboat with the Cosmos Atom logo, but that's them. And they positively kick ass. That's it. Like
just a little too pricey. Coinbase custody, no, 20%
no,
fees.
I wouldn't recommend it.
SG1 is okay.
I like
Tosh and Wolf contract, right?
Correct. Yep.
Someone else probably. Kraken, 100% fees. It's not.
I bet they distribute on their exchange.
Yeah. But if you do it here, like you're not getting anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, so you wouldn't do it here. You'd do it on their exchange. And by the way, Kraken is a great exchange. America doesn't have a hell of a
My
lot of great
favorite, my
exchanges left.
favorite. The transfer directly from the bank account, you pay your fee once, $20. So instead of using your card on Coinbase or anything, you can actually deposit, let's say $10,000. You pay $20, which is 0.2 fee, I believe, and you can actually hold US dollars on the exchange instead of like just stable coin, which is quite cool with Kraken.
Yep,
Um,
they're excellent. Somebody said Dokia got mucho atom. Dokia bought mucho atom in the crown sale, and they're. I really like Aura. Aurea, guy's name, and I've spoken with him on a couple of occasions. Think he's wonderful. Think his company's wonderful. Paradigm. Far as
one
I
of the
understand
largest
it,
VC funds. They hold over 6 million atoms, and all of them are
yep,
theirs.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, that's not subversion of the market in any way,
I
shape,
mean,
or
just don't
form.
delegate to them because you get nothing.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But
Game, great
it's right there,
validator.
right? A very transparent game. Talk about controversial. I don't even want to get
Great
into it.
validator,
Um,
low fees,
ah,
2%,
great
reasonable,
validator. I don't
nice
think they're likely
logo.
to be a great validator, honestly. Uh, that's weird, man. I did watch that today. What do you think about that? I watched that documentary where I'm
About
like,
yeah,
the
I
Board
actually
Ape
wanted
Yacht
to speak
Club.
of this. Like you see, I actually like
You
at the
know,
end,
mm-hmm.
uh, like I have it all here. Like I watched the
um,
documentary. It's fascinating documentary,
I watched
and
the documentary too.
but
And gentlemen,
okay, so
everybody, what do we think?
we don't go through the validators. We do it other time. Let's speak on apes.
Because there's 150 of them. Yes, that's what I was suggesting we might move on
Um,
to. No, 175. Sorry.
the apes is my friend holds the ape, and I was like, probably you should sell it, and I think he listed them. But from the other side, I'm saying, you know, the controversy makes the art better.
It does.
It's horrible controversy. I want to say like it are
Well,
actually
I
after
mean,
watching the
art
documentary.
exists in an objective space. They do seem to be racist. I I really got to agree. That was some effed up stuff. Genuinely.
So
Uh,
I
or
don't know
it
if the
does seem like
founders
they're like they very well may be 4chan trolls. It's sort of funny
I don't know if the
given how much money they made.
founders are racist or something, but the
I
apes
kind of think they're
symbolic
racist.
design,
I
the
kind of think they're
trolling, it's
racist.
full of racist fascist
Oh yeah.
symbolic and imagine that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was the greatest troll in the history of the internet, and it's so beautiful. It's horrible
Okay,
now. This is
okay,
the greatest
but you're
event
right.
in the
But you're
internet
right.
history. Yes, they are right. It's
Yes,
racist.
there is a very real like, oh my god, did they really just do that?
It's the
Um,
greatest. Jacob, Eminem has Bored Ape in his Twitter PFP. Eminem, the fighter
look, a
for
lot of
the
famous people, including famous black people,
Snoop
have bought
Dogg.
these
This
apes.
is the
I
this is
know.
beautiful. This is just
Yeah,
it. Okay, I let me change the
Don
cam.
Kryptonium, Don Kryptonium.
It's
On the
gone.
trolling part, I tend to agree.
Beautiful.
Uh, and they like actually look. There's a line somewhere between like making troll art and going full Nazi and like putting a swastika on your chest and what do you get what I mean? So like
Can I?
if it's art, I suppose you can troll. You probably shouldn't be a racist asshole. Um, Moon Boy, what? Moon Moonpay? Oh really?
So
uh,
do you know the
please,
stuff with?
no more conspiracy. Oh, no, you can,
No,
look,
it's
Martine, you
true.
can
It's
bring that page
true.
back. You can bring the page back. And
it's
Zaid is right.
100% true. So what happens with the MoonPay? All of these celebrities who have the apes, the MoonPay is the payment app, right? Like, or something like
I
this.
know exactly who
So to
MoonPay is.
collaborate
I've
with the
been
celebrities,
there.
the MoonPay was giving them the ape, and that include the Post Malone, Jimmy Fallon, and others. And there was also the agreement about what's the agreement? They cannot really say they didn't purchase it, which is actually breaking the law. So if they would catch
Wait, wait, they can't
MoonPays
say
for
that.
something,
So
it's for breaking the law.
the celebrities cannot be like F this ape because they have.
They can refuse. They all accept it.
Huh?
There was few
Oh
people
man.
who refused. There was one in this documentary. There was one celebrity, don't know who was it, that was like keep refusing, and they keep coming at him that, hey, this MoonPay, they want to get you this ape, and he's like, I don't
Are
want
you
this ape,
serious?
and they're like contacting his agent, and they're like, oh, they want to give you this ape, they really pushing for it, and but there is the agreement that once you receive, you cannot in this agreement disclose that you were
Oh, like
given
the
this,
right, right.
which is actually breaking the law because you have
No,
to disclose the sponsored partnerships.
I don't think that you do. I think that under certain circumstances you do, but in general, I'm not certain that you do. Like if I buy one of those really, really stupid Peloton bicycles that doesn't go anywhere, right? But it has a nice cell CD screen,
Yeah.
and I talk about it and I talk about how great it is. Or if it's given to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, Marcin, I don't think that I need to disclose the difference.
Maybe
Nope.
you are. Maybe you are right. Maybe you're right. Uh,
I also think it depends on what market. Um, like
yeah,
as an American, I don't think that that would be true in the United States. Other
uh,
places, maybe different law, different regulation, but like I'm pretty sure that somebody can give me like whatever. Like, hey, I'm drinking Talisker whiskey. It's pretty good. A little salty. By the way, I didn't actually get paid for that endorsement. And Balvenie is better, but Talisker is pretty good. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And
Um,
then neither bottle was free, and
I
oh
will.
my
I
god.
will check this part about the MoonPay. We'll check what this is. But in
Oh,
the
hang on.
documentary, was that
I
this
would
part was
believe almost anything about MoonPay because
um
there's something else. There's something else.
yeah. But
MoonPay is
anyway,
quite a thing.
this documentary was so nicely made that it was make you like, wow, what the fuck. The symbolic,
I watched it today actually.
the
Did it just come out
symbolic.
today?
2 days ago, I think.
It was
The
good.
symbolic and the deepness, like you actually have to be deep into internet culture to see it. And there were probably people who were like, oh my god, these celebrities buy it, and it's actually
I
like,
should say that 4chan is kind of like the beating heart of the internet. 4chan
yeah,
is weird. Um, the level of influence that comes from the 4chan community is shocking. Um,
yeah,
hell, I've been I've been on 4chan. Guys, I used to. Um, I was working on a DVPN project, not Sentinel. We were actually a competitor. It was called Tachyon, and like 4chan, the Biz Chan. Oh yeah, I'll over that thing for a second. I didn't put that information there, by the way, and it was very interesting what was said about me. Um, and maybe I shall conclude by saying DVPNs are scary, freaking powerful. How do I know this? Well,
you
our
mean Sentinel?
humble. I didn't. No. I was working on this thing called Tachyon, not even in Cosmos.
Yeah,
It used the V Systems blockchain. The economics were probably pretty flawed. But you know what worked insanely well was the DVPN itself, like ridiculously well. And it worked so well that when the Belarusian government shut down the internet in response to protests, if you Google Tachyon Belarus NATO, you're actually going to find a report by NATO Stratcom that discusses this product that I worked on. And weird fact, that's probably my proudest professional accomplishment. Like, when the Belarusian government shut down the internet, somebody used a product that I worked on. Not somebody, hundreds of thousands of people. Because I watched our traffic, guys. Our traffic went up, I think it was like 113,000%
Wow.
or some shit in one day. It was all Belarus. Yeah, it was fantastic. So if anybody here wanted to know a little bit about like what is Jacob value, yeah, that's what makes me happy.
Yeah, that would, but like, like getting back to, sorry for that, but getting
Oh
back
yeah.
to fortune, it makes me think of
Mhm.
the immense power of the fortune. Is not just the internet trolls. I would believe the fortune has immense power as the market maker, and it's crazy. I believe there is a lot of very rich people on fortune engaging the crypto, manipulating the
Confirmed.
crypto market. In fact, like they know how to make, how to change bored apes into multi-billion company. They know how to make them things trending. They know.
Hang on. Let me just say that is stunning, right? Like, but you will see really surprising stuff coming out of 4chan. Period. It's crazy.
Yeah. They know liquidations like targets. Like there is probably the movement that liquidates people. Like they're like, oh, okay, we gonna nuke this guy. They're so powerful. They're able to make news from this, saying this is white power sign that goes around whole world. Like fortune is not just internet trolls; it's very powerful internet trolls and market makers, and that's something like really incredible for me to look at, that we don't really realize. If
Yes. Well, I believe that the entire anonymous thing comes out of 4chan. Everybody's username on 4chan is anonymous. I often wonder, actually, like, okay, I have used 4chan, but I have not used 4chan a lot. When I look at 4chan, right, as an outsider, what I see is something that's between like half porn site and half crazier than me, and I'm pretty crazy, right? And I'm speaking frankly here. I've made posts on 4chan, like 4 or 5. No, won't say which ones. But I don't even know what's going on there, frankly. I don't even know if I just violated an unwritten rule and saying, like, yeah, post it there. But you wouldn't know which one it is because my username is anonymous.
I Jacob, is it possible to create the unregulated markets using blockchain like Juno? For example, creating the open drug markets where you can trade without the control of anyone? Anything, the
I mean,
illegal stuff. Is it
yeah,
possible?
yes.
Just
Okay,
asking.
like
Like
hard
as we are
yes.
in this,
Okay.
like
Well,
as
yeah.
we are
No,
in.
the answer is a very hard yes. Look, on Juno, you can do anything that you want. It's the same as Ethereum, right? The whole Ethereum like world computer concept. One on Twitter is
Yeah, like I mean, everyone in Cosmos does knows this, but it's it's like using Cosmos tech. I mean, Cosmos SDK. Yeah, everyone can use it, open source.
If you don't mind my going on a technical rant for just 1 second. Hey guys,
Yeah.
Quoby wins. Okay, Quoby passed their Evmos governance proposal past me, humble little me, the former history teacher. Quoby ran their Evmos gov prompt past me. I thought it was fantastic. Here was my feedback. I said, guys, if you look on the Cosmos Hub, you can see that we have strained relationships with many large exchanges. And I'd love to fix that. And then I said to Quoby, guys, what I'm seeing here is the first step from you guys toward fixing these relationships all across Cosmos. Actually, I threw in the Osmosis Siberia chat recently, like I'm going to reach out to the group that Quoby and Evmos started with me, and I'm going to ping them and be like, hey guys, Osmosis does not have major centralized exchange listings. And I think that our community would be really happy to see you guys approach that through a governance proposal. And that if you did that, so the Evmos governance proposal, guys, it was about a hackathon. Basically, Quoby was going to contribute 50% of funds toward a hackathon. They asked governance for the other 50%. I thought, oh my God, somebody's finally doing it. Like they're using governance the way that it was intended. They are a centralized exchange. So I suppose what I'm going to say is that, like, well, yeah, Binance, both Binance Chain and Binance Smart Chain uses like pieces of Cosmos, but is not Cosmos. It's also not Ethermint. It's like a weird mutant ETH. I hate it. It's gonna die. It's gonna go. So just take that for what it's worth.
Why it's going to die?
Why is it going to die? Okay. All right. Ready? Nerdy screen share.
Just sure.
I will share my screen. Ready?
Yeah, go on. You can. Can you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can. All right. Entire screen. Share.
What's the SBF? What's the SBF?
Now, hang on. I'm going to open up. Okay. And here we go. So we've got to go to GitHub. And I forget the repository. My apologies.
Is the Binance Smart Chain? I can't see. Yeah. Oh yeah, Binance Smart Chain. So you say the code is shit?
I don't say, because I haven't bothered to read it. But the issues on BSC are, you've never seen such a thing. It's so bad. Okay. Notice how they're all the same issue? Mm-hmm. I can't synchronize. Wait. I suppose that what we could do is we could just BSC stoned teenager. Get ready. Oh, I should add GitHub to it. There we go. This one. When people ask me about building on BSC, I always bring them to this issue, which you will note the team has not closed. Let us. Can you all see my screen? Martine, can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Guys, seriously, what the fuck? This is a blockchain with supposedly billions in value, yet it is governed and developed like the project of a stoned teenager. I've rarely seen something handled so unprofessionally. There is no code to review. Patches are simply committed, and in most cases without even a proper description of what they do or what problem they try to solve. There doesn't appear to be any reasonable testing process in place. Every update appears to make things worse. There is zero responding to bug reports. Hundreds of people report non-syncing nodes or nodes falling out of sync. Response from the developers, zero. There is no beta testing. Stuff is thrown over the fence. Features like diff sync are declared stable by decree, even though hundreds of people reporting the opposite indicated otherwise. The developers apparently don't have a freaking clue of what they're building. The feature to disable peer-to-peer transaction broadcast must be the most stupid idea I've seen in a long time. If people actually use this completely brain-dead feature, your network will become highly centralized and many nodes will experience issues with non-executing transactions. How the frack are TXs going to be propagated within the network without nodes actually doing that? This fix is on top. Just a stab in the dark. There is zero indication that the quite low unexecuted transaction rate of BSC has any responsibility in the current situation. Ethereum has 20-fold the amount of transactions flying around without the slightest problem. As somebody already wrote, the root cause of the problem is that you mindlessly increase the block size and reduce the block time without doing the actual work required. And guys, I endorse this issue. BSC is precisely Ethereum with every safety mechanism consciously turned off. So everything that's in place to make Ethereum safe overall, it has been turned off for BSC. It's not good. So Marcin, does that answer your question, good sir?
Yeah, it's
Whoa, crazy
quite
effect.
clearly presented. Also, for those who think like that was also the bull case for the for the
Binance
for
Chain could be
Ethereum,
interesting.
right?
Sam
Ethereum.
Bankman-Fried. Oh, let's not. Please don't.
I
Please don't.
don't
I don't
really
want to
like
discuss
him.
the
I
hair
don't really
guy.
like him
I
because
don't like him either, but that's
he
why I don't want to discuss
he
it.
looks so unhealthy, and like I'm annoyed.
He loves Bill Clinton. I don't love Bill
But the
Clinton.
issue is I don't know why humans have heroes like this, because many young people, like, there is quite a motivation. This is who you should aim to be. I don't think you should.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I
Just
mean, guys.
nothing great about him.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He made a shit ton of money.
He made a shit ton of money.
But check it
He
out.
speak
It
like
seems to
he
me that
has
if
no.
you
He
if
doesn't.
you're real super nice to the Clintons, you might make a shit ton of money. But it might
Yes,
not be in a
he
good way.
also doesn't produce testosterone at all. He sleep in the office all the time. He doesn't do anything but looks at his screen. His
Well, why are
skin
we
is
talking about the guy's
very,
testosterone?
very unhealthy. That's not the
He
life
is.
you want. You want to go out. I know, like Jacob also spends a lot of time in office. What you want in life. You shouldn't like. You should go outside. You should have friends. You should get drunk.
But I do go outside. I do go
You
outside.
you
I do
should
have
probably
friends.
take drugs in your life and try to be
I
healthy
mean,
at
I
the
did
same
though.
time.
Wait. I should not take drugs.
Oh, you should.
I tried that.
I shouldn't too. But for people, it's probably like. I mean, there is
Maybe.
also important thing.
Wait. Audience. Weed, psychedelics, okay. Let's
He
not
would.
go with
He
the
would be friend of
hard
Epstein.
stimulants and depressants, okay?
But
Yes, probably, yes.
I don't think
That's
Sam
not good.
Bankman-Fried. Like, I don't think he's attracted to female. I would expect him to be attracted to children. But the Epstein were like actually teenage girls, which are good looking.
Hang on. Let's not talk about his. I mean, because I don't know. Oh yeah. Well, McGregor. I mean, I did. Okay.
Didn't work
And
out.
it didn't work.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, not good.
Crazy.
Not good for me.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I actually enjoyed trying psychedelics, but like, I tried lots of other drugs, and maybe you should not.
What's
That's
the nicest drug you ever tried?
2CI.
What is this?
Is a novel psychedelic made by Alexander Shulgin.
Oh, I
And I
know
don't know how you got me to
Alexander
say that in
Shulgin.
public, but it is the nicest drug that I've taken
You know Alexander Shulgin.
by far. Yes, of
That's
course
really
I know.
cool. Have you
I was a
read
Raven.
his books?
Yes. TCal and fecal? Yes, of course.
I'm shocked. You know this.
Look,
This is legendary
2CI.
books.
2CI is really quite a thing.
This is legendary books.
If you were to take that, then you might read his work after taking.
This is the legendary books in the chemistry world. Actually, like he's. Have you watched the Hamilton's?
He tried them all himself, and then he wrote his books while taking them.
Yes.
But then again, I have to say, I enjoyed at least one piece of his work quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia or something like this?
No. What's that?
You would love this show. It's the show about it's documentary show about the psychoactive drugs, and he's huge fan of Alexander Shulgin.
FTX bailed out BlockFi. Yes, it did. And sorry about Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia.
Yeah, you would love this show. It's been already 4 seasons, I think. You can find all of them, but no, you would enjoy it.
I'm not honestly like.
It's great episodes. He's
not a whole bunch of drugs, but
what's really cool,
I wouldn't really recommend it overall.
No, it's not like it's the show that recommends the drugs. It focuses a lot about chemistry, the cultural side of the certain drugs, and it's like proper documentary. And it's meeting these home chemists who made the drugs at home often. Like you have DMT chemists, and it's really interesting show.
That's not really safe. Oh, Skazer, let me just say, unlimited. My estimation's 100 to 1,000. Why? Because Skazer, I assume you're familiar with ETH2. You know how ETH2 kind of promises like limitless scalability? Well, I have some critical commentary about how that's engineered. I also don't know if I'm right or not. Okay. But if interchain security is properly implemented on the Cosmos Hub, the price of the atom becomes more or less unlimited. It's limited only by the number of chains that the validators can operate simultaneously and the market demand for features. Okay, let's look at ETH today, right? Proof of work Ethereum. I actually think it's an amazing product. And how do we know it's an amazing product? Dude, people paid $50 to $200 per transaction just to use the thing. Must mean it's good. Can't have any doubt about that. Zaid, I don't know, man. ETH has been really successful. And how can you ever argue with market demand for transactions where single transactions, are worth $50 to $200? I don't see it personally. I don't see the dishonesty. What I see is that normal people were kind of priced out of using Ethereum. That's for sure. Guys, the last car that I owned cost $1,500. Okay, so that's 7 Ethereum transactions. My motorcycle that I ride to and from work, it cost $180. That's 1 Ethereum transaction. So I'm just saying, I think that normal people are priced out of ETH. Even with ZK and L2, you don't see ETH scale like Cosmos. Okay, really good question.
There is
And
also Adam
Marcin,
before that.
maybe I hit this topic and in detail, and then we
Jacob,
hop
can you
off.
speak and I go pee in the meanwhile?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I'll
gonna
be back in
pee,
one
and I'm
minute.
gonna hit this guy's
I have
topic
long
and
socks
in
because
detail.
I was in the horses. I know it looks weird and stuff, but that's how I look at home.
But you can do that. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll be able to hear him pissing. Hopefully not, though. All right, let us begin. Even with ZK and L2, you don't see ETH scale like Cosmos. Yes and no simultaneously. Okay. First of all, I want to put ZK completely to the side because ZK is basically another way of doing L2. And if you disagree, please feel free to throw something in the comments. The L2 solutions, they are Cosmos. So what I mean is that the Cosmos hub, and just, the chain where the Atom token lives, the Cosmos hub, how do I put this correctly here? When shared security is enabled, you launch limitless chains that operate around the hub. So okay, suppose that we took Evmos, which is, I assume that you understand that's an EVM, and then we put one on the hub, because we can do that, right? Like an Evmos.
Wow,
so
so
we
hot
just
in the
take
room,
the
I
Evmos
need
code base,
open the window.
we activate shared security on it, and we put it adjacent to the Cosmos hub in terms of economics and what have you. And then, okay, we have one. Well, here's the thing. Evmos is actually faster than ETH today. And the Cosmos hub can secure unlimited Evmoses, okay? But let's get trippier, right? We're just talking about psychedelic drugs. Let's get trippier, shall we? So to make it trippier, well, we can have unlimited COSM-WASM chains adjacent to the hub. We can have unlimited GNOLang chains adjacent to the hub, and we can have unlimited Agoric chains adjacent to the hub. This is part of why I voted against COSM-WASM on the hub directly, because, all right, look, I thought ICS was stupid as hell. And this has happened a couple of times where I think something is stupid as hell, and then I have a conversation with young Sonny Agarwal. And he's like, Jacob, but it's not stupid as hell. Here's why.
I want
So
to
I
give
thought ICS was
Jacob, Sunny Agrawal, as of like now, after months of observing Twitter, is probably like the smartest person within the Cosmos hub.
I tend to agree with you.
Yeah.
Look, to build on this shit, right? To build on it, you need to have an understanding of politics. You need to have an understanding of the technology. And you need to have an understanding of the underlying economics. You need all of those at once. And 2.5 years for me, okay, to get to the place where I am. I am by no means the strongest technical contributor. I write a lot of code, but there are definitely gentlemen just upstairs from me who are better programmers. Zaid, don't give the ETH people shit for their 70% pre-mine. It's like meh, okay? Zaid, if you think about it, Cosmos also effectively pre-mined, and I don't really have an issue with raising money to do great shit. And frankly, if we are bringing the EVM into Cosmos, why are we bringing the EVM into Cosmos? Oh, it's very good. Okay, so when it comes to our interactions with the nice, we like to call them meth heads, right? M.ETH heads. Honestly, I wish to embrace them. ETH has done a hell of a lot. I could not appreciate that until. All right, Marcin, I'm going to tell this story and then I'd like to run. But here's a story for you guys. Here's my ETH story. Guys, I never used ETH. I was once sent $2 Ethereum. $2 Ethereum. Okay? But I sold it all into dollars or Bitcoin or something and gone.
How many of them you had?
I don't know. I'm
1,000?
sure it was enough to get rich as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay? If I'd have just held it, right? It was a lot. But I don't remember the exact number, but here's the point, okay? After that, I never used it. I followed application-specific blockchains and the general religions of the Dan Larimer way of building chains and the Jay Kwan way of building chains. And I introduced Jay and Dan. And then they had a big nerd fight. It was amazing. Actually, both interesting and valid ways of using chains. But my ETH story, I think, is really freaking interesting. Okay. I was working on whale shares. Guys, whale shares is a little bit like Steam, a little bit like Blurt, but it is neither. Okay, there is a single individual on planet Earth who goes by the moniker Beyond Bitcoin. He introduced me to cryptocurrency. I give him full credit for this. If the Beyond Bitcoin show hadn't existed, I would likely not be speaking to Marcin right now. All right, so I'd come on the Beyond Bitcoin show starting in about 2014. Beyond the Beyond Bitcoin show with Fuzzy, the starter of the Beyond Bitcoin show, and Dan Larimer. Okay, and I'd come on there and we would talk all kinds of claptrap. Here's my ETH story. So eventually Dan started Steam. After Dan started BitShares, and Fuzzy got really discontent with both. He started this thing called Whale Shares. It's sort of a troll on Dan, but let us proceed. Whale Shares was not liquid. Whale Shares needed an exchange. And I said, Fuzzy, on Ethereum, they have this crazy Uniswap thing. And I think that I can integrate Whale Shares and Uniswap. He was like, hell yeah. And I'm like, hell yeah. So I just went and did it, right? And then asked for permission or what have you. I just did it. Interestingly, Whale Shares had a large, fairly impoverished user community. What I mean by fairly impoverished is a lot of its users lived in like remote parts of India and Africa. And gentlemen and ladies, another thing I'm really proud of. Oh, got the Uniswap airdrop.
How much? Ah, no, it was Fairdrop, right?
It was a shit ton of money. Check it out. Started
Tell us
Notional.
how much money.
Well,
was it?
in my case, it was about $21,000
in uni tokens.
Okay. Correct.
Wow.
I got 421 of them, and for these other people, I think they sold.
No,
faster,
so it was Fairdrop. My friend got the same, I think, but it wasn't. It was like 2,000, right? 2,000.
Well, if you held it, hang on. If you held it, you could sell it at an advantageous time, and I did. I believe that when the Uniswap airdrop occurred, it was worth like 800, and then it was suddenly worth 3K, and like I was getting messages from people for whom they had suddenly received like money from the sky. Look, guys, Whale Shares, I think current market cap 300K or something, but I built this integration. The Uniswap team made the decision to give their product to all their users and like it changed lives. To some degree, it changed my life. Like, and because of that, because I built that thingy, I had money to start Notional. I sold my Uniswap airdrop to build the computer that's right over here to my right, and start this thing that's now much larger than a single computer.
I wish I'd sell my net airdrop at 50K. It was worth 50K, and it's going right to
Yours was
zero.
worth 50. How did you get 50K worth of net airdrop? You vote for multiple
No, I
wallets?
got 16.2 neta. I got maximum. I voted on every single Juno proposal.
You voted on everything,
Every
and then at ATH they were worth like 3.5K each.
3.3 or something like this, 3.4, and it was like 50K.
I gotta tell you a painful thing. I bought into that.
Wow.
I was buying at like 2,000 to 3,000. Oh yeah. You ever taken a kick from a horse right in your male reproductive parts? That's what happened.
Not to shit on Neta, but like, of course, we always clever after a time. But I think Neta was born from the complex of ion, and that's all. It was like, we want our ion that pumps. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing.
I think that you're right. I also think that like it'll eventually be used for something, but do I know that? I can't say that for certain. Not financialadvice.com.
So I
Mhm.
don't think it's useful. I think this DAO token is absolutely worthless, and we shouldn't even incentivize this on JunoSwap. But I'm not in the DAO.
You're cruel. You're
No,
cruel.
like I'm realizing as
I'm telling you, I bought a lot of it, and at high prices. Don't be cruel.
it's $40. It's worthless anyway, regardless
It's
what you bought.
$40 today.
It's not at all. It's like the question is how you add the value to just the DAO token that doesn't even have functioning DAO. Nothing there. No intrinsic value. Nothing.
Well, hey,
And
please,
the dumb.
my man parts, please.
It's like, so like I was, the Uniswap actually would be much better. Like I was counting the Uniswap and the same thing because there is raw DAO. Like, and as of now, I think it's horrible DAO. It's useless DAO, but it doesn't have to be, because you can actually do the tax on the swap fees and pay them to the DAO holders, which, and Uniswap also don't do it.
You're right. Uniswap does not really, like, when they invest in products, they don't distribute to the token holders.
So
but that's actually not why I sold. I sold because I needed $21,000.
And that's very wise.
$21,000 worth of Sky money from the Uniswap team. I will forever be grateful. I will forever endorse their brand.
But look, Uniswap,
I built a very simple software integration. Very simple. Took me
Uniswap from financial point
to me, and then same amount to many families, to the point where, like, I was getting Facebook messages from dudes' wives saying thank you for building XYZ because Uniswap gave us.
Yeah.
Do you understand the permanent nature of my endorsement of Uniswap?
Yeah, but Uniswap is one of the greatest inventions. It
is. You're right.
And
it's really.
I want to say, like,
yeah.
2 billion market cap, right? $50 billion a month volume. It makes $150 million a month from the volume. If you put the tax on it, 20%, and distribute $30 million a month to the
but what if that
DAO
screws
stakers,
it up? What if that
it's
screws it up,
profitable
though?
company, huh?
But what if that screws it up? That's my question.
No, because it would function like it would encourage people to hold the Uniswap token as well.
I'm all about for-profit DAOs. Okay?
So I hate non-profit DAOs.
I'm no longer on the Osmosis Marketing DAO. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not on it anymore. But my advice to the members of the Osmosis Marketing DAO currently is actually like, guys, why don't you consider taking your DAO and scaling it to other chains? I'll just tell the community flatly. While I was on the Osmosis Marketing DAO, my personal business grew freaking insane. Okay. And I don't think I did a good job on the Osmosis Marketing DAO, and that's why I left. I actually think that the DAO did fine, but I'm critical of my own work there. If it's cool with you, Marcin, I would like to answer Adam Burke's question and then maybe hop off. That cool with you?
Yeah, sure. Go on.
All right, cool. Adam asks, why wouldn't Osmo and Adam use ICS for their own DApps? Does that not detract from Adam ICS use case? There you go. It's that last point, Adam. So Cosmos is, and I believe this is now proven. I think Osmosis proved it. I think my humble little business here, Notional Labs, proves the endless scalability of Cosmos. Well, Adam, Cosmos is Osmo. Cosmos is the Cosmos Hub. Cosmos is Sif Chain. Cosmos is Juno. Cosmos is all this shit, right? And frankly, I swear much more easily now that I've been called a fucking validator. By the way, I don't know why that might be, but I do. Anyway, they are going to meshnet economic security. Actually, if we look at the current state, right, the economies are not yet intertwined, but it's already a mesh network of token transfers. Like right now, IBC is such a baby. Right now, IBC, Adam, like they will compete with the Cosmos Hub for sure. But like that's the mix. And that's why to Skazer, the ETH head, I was saying, well, honestly, I think we're going to do it better in Cosmos, the scaling, okay? Because I have hard and rigorous proof that Cosmos scales basically without end. That's how Notional basically got kicked off. As we, like, one, okay, early osmosis validator, but two, and more importantly than being an osmogenesis validator, relayer, right? So the relaying is what let us scale to multi-chain validation. Guys, IBC actually works. Like when you read about it and you see, okay, well, you can have limitless chains, and then between those limitless chains, you can limitlessly, one, move tokens, but then much more importantly, two, move data. I gotta say, like, I am probably among, if I had to guess, the top 10 people on the planet who can say, yes, this works, or no, this is bullshit. I've got to come down heavily on, yes, this works. Like, IBC is, I suspect, going to be a fundamental new internet technology, because you have all of these deterministic blockchains that have the immutability characteristic, and previously they couldn't talk to each other. But now they can. Furthermore, if you have one chain and it accrues economic value such that it can secure other chains, well, that means that its transaction capacity is now limitless. And I have not seen a case yet where that falls into bullshit. And just I suppose that I'll say this. I think everybody here, if you've watched this whole 2 hour long video, and if you have, thank you so much for watching it, knows that when I see bullshit, I say bullshit. IBC is so real. And Marcin, would you be cool with like next week doing a video where we walk through Notional's IBC systems?
I'd love to. Yeah, sure. Can I have
Hell
some
yeah.
question to
Mhm.
you? Like
Yes.
I want to address. There was quite a discussion yesterday. Wolf tweeted increased.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, like, I had the disagreement. He tweeted increased regulations are coming to the space. That's one of
Oh,
the
and
area,
Juno is clearly not a security. Juno's not a security
and you are
because we
clear.
gave
You
it
are
away. We
clear.
gave every little piece of it away.
Yes,
I
and
think
I
so.
think that's the massive misconception, and it's very dangerous claim because the rules are not written. It's as
Okay. Oh, okay, Marcin. Marcin, let me just say, you're right about that. Okay.
they will
So, like,
regulate.
wait.
It's liquid.
Under the 1930s law, okay, under the bullshit 1930s law that unfortunately regulates cryptocurrencies, let me tell you, I don't feel, of course, I am not a lawyer, but my friends watching, I do have lawyers. Actually, there are two that I have a particular affinity towards, right? They're both quite well known. And somehow they ended up working together, which is interesting because I think that they often disagree. Anyhow, I believe that, okay, look, I use them like Venn diagrams, okay? One of these attorneys is very corporate and conservative. The other one is like, fuck yeah, crypto anarchy, let's go, right? And so they disagree, which is great because if I can approach both lawyers and they agree on anything, probably that's correct. You get what I mean?
I mean,
Okay. So,
but
Marcin,
there is, like, sorry. I
I
say it's
did
not a
ask them about
problem.
Juno, though.
It's not a problem
Mm-hmm.
for them to make the security because there was this video, and
It would, but you're not American.
you know
I
what?
am.
But you know what? They are
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, because I'm the Juno staker, so I'm not gonna lie to you that I have worthless tokens. Oh no, they are. I participate in the staking because I bet on the
Because
development of
you
Juno.
think that they're worth something, of
I
course, of
bet
course.
on the development. So as the network
I
grows,
would
I'm
too.
as the
I do as well.
staker should have the financial benefits of that. And essentially that's kind of security definition. It's like holding the shares of the company. And
Yes.
and they might see it as such despite the distribution. It
No.
doesn't matter. They're like, yeah, security, that's
I
it.
love you.
They decide, right?
You're the best.
Thank you, Jacob.
No. Yes. I love you. You're the best. No. What I mean is that I look. I shall now make some risk limiting statements. I shall say that I am not a lawyer. I shall say that I was involved in Juno development before Genesis. I will say that I have developed many blockchains. I will say that I may have been the first person in the world to do a snapshot airdrop. Well, it wasn't just myself, it was myself, my co founder Ricardo, and Tuan, who actually did the technical execution. But I do not believe that these are securities. And I have asked people who are qualified to know. And certainly, Marcin, you know how you said like the law is not written? Well, that's sort of the big fear. Okay. Under current law, I think Juno is quite white.
So
Okay. Very clearly not a security. Just for example, Marcin, You know how we nuked the whale?
Well, and that's another issue, because if Juno is security,
But if it were a security, how the hell could we ever nuke the whale?
I mean, what if they
It's an
decide?
economic community.
What?
It's an economic community where people vote. If it's a security, we would have committed a grave.
And that's why
I mean,
it's a very thin line. And
that's
that's
why I
why
love you.
and that's why we might not know yet that we committed a crime.
I mean, well, no.
No,
Check it
but
out.
the law
At
doesn't go
least,
back.
hang on.
Right?
At
So
least
it's
in
okay.
hang on. At least in the United States, and I don't know what Polish law is like, or the law of the many other jurisdictions where Juno devs live. Okay, but in American law, they can't make a law and then enforce it on the past.
Yeah.
That's
So like
very, very illegal.
Yeah, in most of the play, the law doesn't go back. Yeah, in like,
Right. Well, most places, but not all.
yeah.
Right.
But I want to show you. I hope you can hear. Like, let's switch.
Okay.
I have
What
to
do we got?
actually
We got something.
unplug. Okay. Look. Not sure if it's relevant. Can you hear? Oh, I will have to share it. Share the screen, and let me know if you can hear it. There was the.
And Kelly here, just to be clear, does that mean if stocks didn't have a third-party promoter, they wouldn't be?
But many of them are securities, bro.
Kelly stocks.
But wait for the response of his, and that actually described the crypto.
Represent an interest in an enterprise where there's a management team, and it's really whenever you're buying a stock or a bond, you're relying on that management team. Those are the third-party efforts we're talking about, where someone is creating value for you. You're passive, and you're expecting their efforts to generate a return.
I'm passive, someone creating value for me, and I'm generating return.
You are not passive. You're not passive.
There's some other passive people.
There are passive people.
Yeah.
Okay. But you see, they were given the Juno. They gave ETH the pass. Juno is less of a security than ETH. Yeah. Okay. Look, I tend to agree with you. Also, I don't think that ETH is a security. The same way that I do not think that Bitcoin is a security. The same way that I do not think that the Cosmos Hub Atom is a security. I don't think that they're securities. I think that the 1930s era American laws that are being used to define securities suck ass. These are a new thing. They do have characteristics of corporate equity. They have characteristics of money. Adam, it's always like this with Marcin. Why do you think I keep professing my love to him?
By the way, I can't really
he's
connect my headphones
absolutely my
now.
best.
I don't know why.
Oh, he can no longer hear me. All right, tell you what.
No,
Marcin,
I hear you, but I hear on my laptop, and I'm afraid that people.
Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you, but on the laptop, not on the headphones. So I don't want people to hear the echo. So
okay.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I can hear you. You can hear me. Yeah?
Yeah, I can.
And Adam, the reason I don't just leave is that Marcin turns time into gold. He's my best interviewer by far.
Thank you.
Jacob, I feel really comfortable talking to him every time. And Zaid, nobody knows.
They will make ETH security once
what they do
in
the end.
It's fine.
What's that?
They will make ETH security once it's proof of stake. My bad, but I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
If not, that's very good for Juno.
Okay. May I be dark and conspiratorial? I mean, I think that ETH has the U.S. government in their pocket, essentially. I think that Ethereum has been given preferential treatment if we compare to like Bitcoin. But let me take it further, okay? I'm so pro liberty that like I don't mind shitcoins. They don't bother me. Here's why. Let's take like the Shiba Inu coin on Ethereum. Everybody can read the code for that. Yeah, Zaid. I think it was 17 cents. And Zaid, the reason that I know that is that some friends of mine, they went up to Toronto, they met Vitalik, they invested 1 BTC. They tell me, these are the people who are in the Buffalo Bitcoin meetup. They invested 1 BTC, which was at that time around $500. They are now multi-millionaires in Ethereum. Ethereum did the rocket ship, like, whoa. And by the way, when you make my friends rich, I don't get angry at you. And like, in my opinion, there is real and unquestionable value to Ethereum. I've always been more of a Bitcoin dude, also more of an application-specific blockchain dude. But frankly, ETH helped me start Notional. ETH helped strangers, people who used my whale shares integration to make. I mean, apparently, guys, these were like families who have income of like $1,000 a year, right? And they got Uniswap airdrop. To them, that's absolutely life changing. To me, it was like it provided me with extra resources, right? But did I have other assets that I could have sold to start Notional? Yeah, sure. To them, I believe that the Uniswap airdrop was a totally different thing. That's why I always like that was a big invention.
Jacob.
Yes, sir. Should we go?
What could be, if you would have guess, right? What could be like really great app on blockchain that people would use? I'm speaking Juno. All the apps
I
on
talked
Juno.
to Jake Kwan about this.
I also want to say all the apps on Juno right now are just
okay. On Juno,
copies of
Howl
Ethereum.
Social. Howl Social is what I am most excited about. Okay. Guys, in 2020, I built a blockchain. Now, it was a fork of another blockchain. Okay. The chain that I built in 2020 is called Blurt. Blurt is a fork of Steem. I am in no way claiming to have done 100% original software development there. Okay. Blurt basically added like transaction fees and stuff to Steem. But Marcin, you're asking me, what's the most exciting application? Absolutely, definitely, and without a doubt, social media.
I had the chat with someone, and I think this person had the point about how difficult it's that the blockchain is not actually great for social media, and how difficult that every attempt to create blockchain social media is just failing. Every single one.
But wait, whoa. Do you know what brought me full time into working in blockchain? It was Steemit. You know why?
It's not very popular
Because
now, right?
Isn't it like just under $1 billion market cap?
It's about traffic user base and activity. Like,
well, you would need 100 of them.
So,
like, okay, if you look at Facebook, okay, Facebook has servers all over planet Earth. If I had to guess, probably got 50 to 100,000 actual computers dedicated to running Facebook. Okay, they're literally all over the planet so that they can be accessed with low latency. Now, this is kind of where the Cosmos vision comes in, okay? Because you can't look, Steam, there's like one Steam, okay? There's one Blurt. But if you pop off social media properly in Cosmos, you can have infinite.
Look, just check.
Mhm.
Just over a million registered users in 6 years. Horrible. Like,
Oh, wait. On Steam? It's not just over a million. Hell no. In 2020, it was just under 1.3 million. Ask me how I know.
yeah, so just over a million. 1.3 million.
Yeah, so
So
in
it's
2020, hang on, in 2020, on July 4, 2020, we took the snapshot
okay, so
May
20
20th,
okay.
2020.
2020.
So 5/20/2020, there were about 1.35 million Steam users. Okay, I know this because the Blurt Genesis block contained about 1.35 million users. And for a year or two, my humble, silly history teacher ass had done the largest airdrop. And then even more humbling than the fact that like that style was actually rapidly copied by not in Cosmos. Jay kind of designed that style for Cosmos, interestingly. But that style was copied in the graphene ecosystem. And guys, graphene is another consensus protocol. Whew, what an incredible call we've had today.
I'm still not certain about the social media on blockchain.
What do I think about Jack Dorsey building Web 5? Dude, okay. Public key cryptography. It's freaking amazing. Okay. The reality is that since a couple of years after Bitcoin, we've solved logins. Okay. Like every browser should be a wallet. And his ideas behind Web 5 do have substance. And I really don't know if Bitcoin is the right chain for them. I suspect Cosmos is better. Like you guys will notice that I speak quite favorably of the technology that Dan Larimer built, and I do, but I also think Cosmos way better. I think there was two key evolutions. Okay, Dan wrote code in C++. In Cosmos, we write Go. The type of C++ that's needed to make graphene go fast, it's really hard. I'm much slower working on Blurt than I am working on any Cosmos chain. Now, interestingly, Bitcoin is also written in C++ using the boost libs, and people have a hand. But let's not go into that. Let's just say that Bitcoin has some stylistic properties that sort of line up to graphene. And let's say that if I had to guess, those stylistic properties were probably developed in the look into the history of SHA-256. You can guess at where I think Bitcoin comes from. Anyhow, it's not just SHA-256. Bitcoin uses a number of cryptographic techniques simultaneously to accomplish its goal. Anyhow, yes, it has substance. No, I'm not sure Bitcoin is the right way to do it, but like using public-private key pairs for web logins and web content and web identities, it's just a good idea. Look, like Steemit did that, what, 5 years ago now? Something like that? Long ass time ago now, though. 2016.
I just don't like Steemit because it's such a basic platform. It doesn't seem. But let's go to Howl. Okay.
Try Blurt sometime. Try Blurt.
I,
Blurt is Steam at plus plus. I made Blurt.
I'll try.
Proud.
But look, the Howl, and because this is just a copy of Twitter at the end of the day, and with
Copy of
improvements,
BitShares? uh,
with few improvements.
Dan Crazy.
But look,
I wish
what's
I
the
could-
problem?
Would you interview Dan if I could get him on?
Who's then?
Dan Larimer. BitShares, Steam, EOS.
But I just don't know anything about that. Like I know only about Cosmos Hub things.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, by the way, wait. I got to stop you. Listen, you made a tweet the other day. It wasn't accurate. It bothered
Which tweet?
me in my technical soul. Well, you said that you owned 4 Cosmos Hub tokens, and you listed the
Yes,
Atom,
yes, only
you listed
those.
Juno. Yo, there's only one Cosmos Hub token.
Yeah. Someone
Atom.
corrected me with this, and this is Atom. I meant the ecosystem, and I
Yeah,
got shit
yeah,
for
yeah.
not owning
But like
Osmo.
nothing is built on the Cosmos Hub. Not until we make interchain
Yeah,
security
yeah.
happen. Yeah.
And I got shit for not owning Osmo, but it's like I'm actually simple guy. I don't
Wait,
own much
you
stuff.
don't own Osmo?
It's was owning Osmo when I did
Really?
the liquidity pools there, but I
Okay.
pulled this out. I don't have any Osmo. Osmo is great.
Adam, you're right. Yeah. Adam's a coin and not a token. And most things in Cosmos are coins and not tokens. And we use the terms interchangeably. And also, Adam, even in like the Cosmos SDK, unfortunately, we use the terms interchangeably. Let me maybe hammer it home. Okay. So you have your like layer 1 staking token. That is what you're referring to as a coin. Okay. When we built Dig, good old Adam Chaplin, Charlie. We're building a coin. And then I'd drive him crazy because I told him we're building a coin, and then be like, well, it's a layer 1 staking token. And then he'd be like, well, what's the difference? And I'd say, well, there isn't. So, okay. The layer 1 staking token is the token or coin. Bitcoin is a coin or a token. Well, it's this valuable thing that you can kind of move around, right? Anyhow, point being, it might actually be good to retire that distinction. They may all just be tokens, even Bitcoin, okay? And in a proof of stake chain context, the important token, coin if you will, is the one that you use to economically secure the chain. So that's where that like whole terminology thing comes from, right? Is like, oh, ETH is a coin, but then you build all these shitcoin tokens on top of it as ERC20s, and a tiny fraction of those will become not shitcoins. They'll become distributed applications. And to avoid maybe the prefix shit on the word coin, probably better just call them tokens, I think. Is that helpful, Adam?
You are very cool, Jacob.
Martine, you're very cool as well.
My girlfriend.
I think we've hit
she.
2 hours.
Sorry, my wife, not my girlfriend, because I said.
That's right. You're married now.
She asked. I told her I'm doing live, and she's with who? I said Jacob, and then she texted me and like, oh, the Jacob sounds little crazy, lol.
Well,
and I said,
right.
I said he's little crazy.
I am.
But it's fine.
All right. So, guys, I'm gonna run for real now. And Marcin, I want to thank you again. You're the best interviewer.
It was nice
Really.
chat we had, right? Like it's
Indeed.
we make the good team. There is more things to chat. Like I wish I would like able to ask more.
I wonder, like, we should definitely do this more.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I get every time we do it. So, audience, thank you so much. Marcin, thank
Yeah.
you so much. I am going to go and I'm going to write some code.
Thank you for staying me
And
so
everybody
long.
have a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, thank you.
Go to work. Work hard.
All right, I'm working now.
Thank you, Jacob, for your time.
Thank
for
you.
listening to our